And when I started this, my balance was very, very poor. I was in danger all the time of falling, and occasionally did. And now I'm strong and I'm in good balance, and I walk every day, and I have a good time in life because I'm not thinking about dying. I'm thinking more about living and enjoying it. Well, the results I've achieved is a great, massive improvement in my balance. My strength is stronger, especially my legs and arms, so that I don't fall because I'm strong enough to recover when I do have problems. And I'm now much more relaxed because I don't have to worry about falling. And my arms are stronger, so that if I should fall, I can get up now and I won't have any trouble doing it. I learned a lot about my physical structure, which muscles I need to use, which muscles I need to exercise regularly. And I also learned how to fall safely. I learned how to get up with help or without help. Almost any place. I don't worry about it anymore because I know I can get up. That's because I've learned how to do it and because I'm stronger. And I have a really good time exercising. I look forward to it because it's a fun time. Not a straight face, but it's serious, and it solved my problem. You could really prolong your life and feel good while you're doing it because it gives you a lot of confidence that you know what to do. Get off your rear end and get with it because it's really worth it. I exercise all together, both at home and here in the gym, about an hour a day, plus I walk some, and I get all the other 22 and some hours to be well and happy and enjoying life.
Welcome to Fall Prevention Workouts. In this section of the Falling Solution DVD series, I'll give you a complete exercise program with 3 organized workouts for fall prevention using the 46 movements that you just learned in the exercise library. I'll give you an overview on how to organize your workouts and track your results, instructions and details on how to get the best results from each one, and a complete review list of exercises for each workout. In the exercise library, we explored 3 separate but vital areas of fall prevention exercise, and then we went through a list of exercises and movements for each one. We looked at the importance of strength in Part 1, flexibility and posture in Part 2, and balance and agility in Part 3 as vital areas when training your body for fall prevention. Each of the 3 workouts in this section covers one of the 3 vital areas of fall prevention training. Workout 1 will focus on building your strength and stability. Workout 2 will focus on improving your flexibility and posture, and then Workout 3 will focus on improving your balance and agility to give you a complete and practical fall prevention exercise program. When it comes to how much time you should exercise, remember from Section 5 of the Falling Solution System that if you don't do any exercise at all, studies have shown that as little as 2 hours of exercise a week can reduce the chances of falling. So 2 hours a week works out to only 17 minutes of exercise a day, and if you add up all the minutes, that works out to only 4 total days of exercise for your entire year. So as you're just starting out, focus on doing a minimum of about 20 minutes per exercise session, getting a minimum of about at least 2 hours of exercise a week. And then as you improve, try to add time to your workouts, and as John mentioned in the beginning, try to work up to an hour or so of solid exercise and activity every day to get the very best results. When you're making real and lasting improvements in the way your body functions, your exercise has to be consistent, but still leave enough time for individual muscle groups to rest and recover before being worked again in the same way. This program has 3 different workouts that put stress on different muscle groups in different ways, so it's designed to allow you to exercise more often without overworking the same areas before they have a chance to recover. The The Falling Solution workout plan is based on exercise variety in all the vital areas of fall prevention, fueled by consistent workouts as many as 6 days a week, with each workout being performed twice. And when you're just starting, doing at least a 20-minute workout session a day for 6 days a week is a nice initial framework because it covers all of your vital areas twice, and it still gives you that essential minimum of just over 2 hours of prevention exercise a week from the very beginning. As you're working up to an hour, I know it gets difficult sometimes to take a complete hour block out of your day just to exercise. So if that's the case, don't worry about doing your workout all at once. Just try to break it up during different times of the day and work different exercises in as the day goes along. For a couple examples, you could do 2 30-minute sessions at different times, like in the morning and the afternoon, or even do a simpler 20-minute session at 3 different times during your day, and you could go through different exercises on your list during each session. As an example, in workout number 1, where we have a list of upper and lower body strength exercises, if you wanted to break up your exercises during your day, you could do just the lower body exercises in the morning and then try doing just the upper body in the afternoon. And what you can also do to break up your workout even more is to actually combine it with something else that you're doing at the same time. In a shocking statistic, the average American spends about 20 years in front of the television during their lifetime, and nowadays almost a third of that is commercials. So as a good example of how to break up your exercises without taking any special time out of your day, if you're watching TV for an hour, during the commercial break, instead of sitting down, try getting up and doing as many sit-to-stands as you can, for example, and then on the next break, try your second set. On the break after that, you could just move right on to your squatting exercises using the back of the chair, and you could do your forward lunges, your side lunges, your heel raises, all using the chair, and if you have the handles on the chair, you could do your chair push-ups without even getting up. So this way you get half your daily workout and your minimum 20 minutes of exercise done at the same time without taking any special time out of your day. For the benefits you can get, exercise is by far and away the best and most available tool you have at your disposal to help you prevent falls. I designed the Falling Solution exercise program after working and training with thousands of older adults with falling and balance problems. It's designed specifically so that you don't need a gym, you don't need any special equipment, and you can do the exercises right away from just about anywhere. In workout number 2, where we have a list of flexibility exercises and a separate list of posture movements as well, just like workout 1, you could try doing them throughout the day, or you could try finishing one list in the morning and the other list later in the afternoon or evening if it makes it easier for you. And then to break up the exercises from workout number 3 for balance and agility, just like the other workouts, you can easily incorporate several of these movements into other parts of your day as well. Like when you're out taking a walk, you could try your walk with head turns, or line walking, or hip hiking. If you're around the house, you can try toe walking into one room and then heel walking into the next, for instance, or just balancing on one leg while you're cooking or watching TV. The way this program is designed, workouts 1, 2, and 3 are always meant to follow each other in order. Up next, I'll give you several examples of different ways you can schedule this workout plan into your week so that it's great for fall prevention and it works great for you too. If we look at a 10-day calendar, try using this first schedule in example 1 for at least the first week when you're just starting out with this exercise program. Our first example schedule is called a 3-on, 1-off workout, meaning you'll do your workouts 3 days in a row and then take a day off from the exercises before starting the cycle over again. For the 3-on, 1-off schedule, you would do workout 1 for strength on day 1, which is just whatever day you start. It could be any day of the week. Workout 2 for flexibility and posture would be the next day, day 2, and workout 3 for balance and agility would be the following day on day 3. Schedule day 4 as a rest day from the exercises to let your body recover, and then on day 5 you would just start over with workout 1, workout 2 repeats on day 6, and then workout 3 repeats on day 7, followed by another rest day on day 8, and then starting over on day 9, and so on. I designed the exercise program so that workout 2 for flexibility and posture acts as a rest and recuperation day from your strength workout on day 1. So once you do the first week on the 3 on 1 off schedule, see how your body feels, and if you don't have muscle soreness and you don't feel like you need to take the rest day in the middle of the week, then the 6 on 1 off schedule might be a little bit better fit for you. In the 6 on 1 off schedule, you would do the same pattern as in example 1 with workouts 1, 2, and 3 scheduled 3 days in a row, and then instead of taking the rest day in the middle, just start your cycle over again with workout 1 on day 4, workout 2 on day 5, and workout 3 on day 6, and then reserve day 7 for your rest day before starting over again on day 8. Make sure to pay attention to your body as you go along though. If you start to feel overworked on this schedule, try to back off a little bit and schedule an extra day for rest. If you try the first week or two on the 3 on 1 off schedule and you find that you need a little more time to rest, then the 3 on 2 off schedule will give you a little more time to recuperate before starting over. For this schedule, once again, try workouts 1, 2, and 3 for the first 3 days, and then schedule rest on days 4 and 5 before starting your cycle over again on day 6. One of the hardest things about starting a new exercise program is keeping track of all your new exercises and being able to quickly and effectively track your results and chart your progress. Charting your progress by writing down the results of your individual exercises as you go along is important because you can use the information to see how you're improving and where you might need to pay more attention, but it also acts as a clear guide to what level you should be working at day to day to continue getting stronger and improving in all areas. As an example, if you look at your exercise sheet, which I'll show you how to make in a minute, and you realize that the last time you did your sitting and standing exercise, the most you were able to do was 2 sets of 12 repetitions, then that tells you right away that this time, in order to get stronger, you need to challenge your body by trying to do more repetitions than the last time. And with 3 different workouts and 3 separate lists of exercises with sets, repetitions, distances, and durations to keep track of, writing it down as you go is the best way to remember what you did and accurately track your results. One of the easiest ways to remember all your exercises and to keep track of your workouts in progress is just to make an exercise sheet for each workout and write down your results as you go along. Up next, I'll show you how to write up an exercise sheet for each workout with places for all your notes, and I'll give you several examples of how to write down your results for each different kind of exercise. To make an exercise sheet, all you need is a regular piece of lined or plain paper. Your sheet should have the name of the workout at the top, and in this case we'll start with workout 1. Workout 1 has 15 upper and lower body exercises in total, so we'll have them listed in numbered order down the left-hand side of our sheet, starting with all the lower body exercises first, followed by the upper body exercises. Make sure to have a line just above the exercises so you have a place to put the dates of your workouts as you go along. Charting your progress will differ just a little bit depending on the workouts and the exercise you're doing, so here's a few examples of how to write down your results to get you off to a fast start. Using your exercise sheet to chart your progress for workout 1, for most of the strength exercises, you'll be trying to keep track of 2 main things: the number of sets for each exercise that you do, and the number of repetitions that you perform for each set. With exercises like the prone plank, however, you'll be trying to keep track of the number of sets and the duration of time you were able to hold your position. So I'll give you a couple examples on how to write down your results for these kinds of strength exercises. Looking at exercise 1 as an example, Let's say you start your workout and you perform 2 sets of sitting and standing as many times as you can, and you find that you were able to do 12 repetitions on both sets. If you perform 12 repetitions, 2 sets in a row, under the corresponding date, you would just write 2 times 12, meaning 2 sets of 12, in the box next to your exercise. If you got 2 different numbers of repetitions, like let's say you were able to do 12 on the first set and then only 10 on the second set, then make sure to try and record that. For the 2 different numbers, you would write S1 times 12, standing for set 1, 12 repetitions, and S2 times 10, standing for set 2, 10 repetitions in the same box. The next time you come back to this workout, when you look at your sheet, you'll know exactly how many repetitions you did the last time, which tells you how many you have to do this time to make an improvement. And making consistent improvements, even tiny improvements, should always be your goal when you do your workouts. With a stability exercise like the prone plank, where you're not trying to do a lot of repetitions, but you're trying to hold your position for a duration of time, you would chart the number of sets and then just the amount of time that you were able to hold stable during the exercise. So if you did 2 sets of prone planks for 30 seconds each, in this case you would just write 2 times 30 SEC, standing for 2 sets with a 30-second hold. Once again, make sure to always record it if you get different numbers on the sets that you do. In a third possibility from workout 1, if you were doing an exercise variation, like holding one of your squats for a longer period of time in order to challenge yourself, let's say you did 2 sets of 5 repetitions with a 10-second hold on each one. In this case, you would just write 2 times 5 times 10 SEC, standing for 2 sets of 5 repetitions for a 10-second hold. For charting flexibility and posture exercises from workout 2, for the stretches like the hamstring stretch where you're holding for a specific period of time, you'll be trying to write down the number of sets that you do and the duration of time that you hold each stretch. But for some of the stretches like the book opening stretch and the overhead reach, you'll include sets, duration, and repetitions as well. Using the hamstring stretch as an example, if you do the stretch 3 times on each side for a 30-second hold, you would just write down 3 times 30 SEC. Remember to always hold the stretch for the same period of time on each side. For stretches like the book opening, which is a little different style of stretch, you'll include repetitions as well. As an example, let's say you perform 1 set of 10 repetitions on each side with a 5-second hold on each one. In this case, you would just write 1 times 10 times 5 SEC, standing for 1 set of 10 repetitions for a 5-second hold. For charting balance and agility exercises for workout 3, instead of numbers of repetitions, you'll be charting your sets and then the duration of time held for exercises like the single leg stand. And then for the balance and agility exercises where you're moving, like the line walk or the lateral walk, you'll be charting the number of sets that you do and the distance traveled during the set. Using the single leg stand as an example, where the object is to try balancing on one leg for as long as possible, for this one, let's say you did 2 sets on each leg for as long as you could, and you estimate that you were able to balance about 30 seconds on the right leg, but only about 15 seconds on the left leg. In this case, to chart your progress accurately, write R2 times 30 SEC, standing for right leg, 2 sets for 30 seconds, and then write L2 times 15 SEC, standing for left leg, 2 sets for 15 seconds. With the exercises where you're moving from workout 3, like the line walk, where you're not holding for time, but going for distance and seeing how long you can maintain your balance going heel to toe, you'll be trying to chart the number of sets that you do and the distance traveled during each set. So let's say you did 2 sets of line walking for about 50 feet. To chart your progress, just write down 2 times 50 FT, standing for 2 sets of 50 feet. The same charting method works for the rest of the movements from workout 3, where you go for a challenging distance until you have to rest. Your goal, once again, is just to try to record the number of sets that you did and the distance traveled during each set. Using the heel walk as an example, if you were able to do 2 sets for a distance of about 50 feet before you had to rest, you'd once again chart by writing 2 times 50 FT, standing for 2 sets of 50 feet. And that 50 feet would be the mark that you try to surpass as your new goal the next time you do workout 3. One other thing that's essential to have on each exercise sheet is a place on the back for notes. Any factors that you feel are affecting your workout results for the day or your results for a particular exercise should go into the notes section of your sheet, including things like if you're feeling sore that day, if you haven't slept well and you're tired, or if you haven't eaten breakfast. Any of these factors can have a big effect on your exercise results for the day. Making notes lets you look back at your numbers and see what might have caused you to do better or worse on a particular day or on a certain exercise. If you're just getting over the flu, for instance, and your strength level is down, make sure to write that down in your notes. If you're wearing a new pair of shoes during your balance workout and your balance is a little better than in the old pair, make sure to write that down. The easiest way to make clear notes on your exercise sheet is just to write on the back of the sheet using this simple system. If something affects your entire workout, like let's say you didn't sleep well the night before and you're tired that day, then just put a star on the date of the workout on the front page, and then on the back, write down the same date starting at the top with your first note, and make your notes down the page as you go along. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, other things that are important to include into your notes are factors that may not be affecting your entire workout, but they seem to affect your performance on a particular exercise. Like a new pair of shoes helping your balance during your single leg stand, for example. For something like this, you can make a star in the block next to the results of that particular exercise for the day, and then do the same thing by putting the date on the back and writing down your notes next to the date. Once your exercise sheet is filled up and you're out of room, just start a new one and staple or attach your last one to the back so you can keep track of your previous numbers. For all 3 workouts in this section, make sure to warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes prior to starting your exercise for the day. Brisk walking, or even simple exercises like gentle sitting and standing, squats, and hip hikes are all great exercises for warming up. Increasing your core temperature and warming up the muscles before you get started not only makes it safer for your body, but it can also help to ease some of the pain and stiffness in the joints as well. For each of the following workouts, I'll give you an overview on how to get the most out of your exercises, how to get the best results from your workout, and we'll finish each workout with a complete review list of exercises. Welcome to Workout 1, your strength and stability workout for fall prevention. To get the most out of your strength exercises, remember that you have to challenge yourself each workout in order to get stronger and continue to improve. One of the most important things I learned about strength training through years of weightlifting, championship competition, and over 19 years of personal training and rehab experience is when it comes to repetitions for your strength exercises, just focus on doing as many as you can do until you have to rest. A lot of exercise programs out there will suggest you randomly do 3 sets of 10 repetitions or 3 sets of 15 repetitions, for example, or some other set number, as opposed to just doing as many as you can do. By doing as many repetitions as you comfortably can until your muscles become fatigued and you need to take a rest, it ensures that you're challenging your strength levels every time you work out, and that's the only stimulus that will cause your muscles to actually grow stronger no matter what age you are. To continue improving as you go on, For these strength exercises for fall prevention, your main goal should be to try to consistently increase the number of repetitions you can do, even if it's just by 1 or 2 a week. As an example, from people who've gotten great results from the Falling Solution system, like John Parker, who you met at the beginning of the section, based on just trying to do as many as he can do each time, John, who's 83 years old, to challenge himself, has worked up to sets of 50 to 60 repetitions in a row of sitting and standing before taking a rest. So as you can see, if he stopped at 10 or 15 repetitions, just because he decided on that number in his workout, he would come nowhere near actually challenging his strength, never mind increasing it. To get the best results from workout 1, try doing 2 sets in a row of each strength exercise with as many repetitions as you can each time before moving on to the next exercise. For your rest period, especially for strength exercises, if you're working hard, then it's important to take time to rest for a minute or 2 between sets to recuperate and give your body a chance to breathe and flush out some of the lactic acid that's inside the muscles. So when you take a rest, don't time yourself, just take a minute or 2 and just wait until you feel ready to give it 100% again, and then go on to the next set and do as many as you comfortably can one more time before moving down to the next exercise on your list. Up next, I'll give you a review list of the 15 strength exercises included in Workout 1. For step-by-step instructions, variations, alternatives, and challenges for each of these strength exercises, make sure to watch Part 1 of the Fall Prevention Exercise Library. Welcome to Workout 2, your flexibility and posture workout for fall prevention. Flexibility and posture exercises work closely together and help to complement each other in a lot of ways. For instance, by improving the flexibility of your chest muscles with the book openings, the overhead reaches, and the snow angels, it makes it easier to improve the posture of your shoulders and your upper back with the elbow press, the shoulder press, and all of the standing posture movements. For safety, and to get the best results from your stretches, make sure to go through each movement slowly and under control, and make sure not to bounce or jerk at any point during the movements. Just like with strength or balance, improvements in flexibility take a little time, so don't try to force stiff muscles, just pull gently until you feel a good stretch without pushing to the point of pain. And instead of focusing on adding sets and repetitions, to keep improving, just focus on safely challenging your limits each workout and then trying to make small improvements to your flexibility as you go along. And to get the most out of your posture movements for Workout 2, remember that gentle pressure in the right direction is all you're trying to do with these exercises. The focus should just be on putting your body in the opposite position of the bad posture, and with proper alignment, holding in place with gentle pressure for about 5 seconds. On the movements like the head press or the elbow press, when you're pushing against the mat, don't think of it like a strength exercise. Just try using gentle pressure of about 30% while you're holding in place. For exercises when you're not pushing against the mat, like the chin tuck head lift, just focus on maintaining the best posture you can the whole time and try to increase your healthy range of motion as far as possible without pushing your body into pain. For stretches like the hamstring stretch, where you're doing one leg at a time, make sure to stretch for an equal amount of time on each leg. For stretches like the book opening or the trunk roll, where you have to switch sides, make sure to do the same amount of sets and repetitions and hold for the same amount of time on both sides. For stretches 1 through 5, where you're stretching some of the larger muscle groups and you're not trying to go for repetitions, try holding each stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds and try doing 3 sets of each stretch before moving on to the next one. If you're stretching one leg at a time, make sure to try 3 sets on each side before moving on. For stretches 6 to 11, where you're not holding your stretches quite as long, but you're trying to get more repetitions, try holding each one for about 5 to 10 seconds and try at least 1 set of 10 repetitions before moving on to the next exercise. And to get the best results from your posture exercises, unlike the strength exercises, you don't need to try to do as many repetitions as you can as you go along. In my experience, about 10 repetitions of each exercise with good form and proper technique work great to help reverse some of the symptoms of poor posture over time. For each posture exercise, try doing 2 sets of about 10 good repetitions with a 5-second hold on each one before moving on to the next exercise. Just like the stretches, to continue to improve, instead of adding more sets and repetitions, just try to be consistent with your workouts and try to build on the improvements that you make as you go along. And always try to remember, once you start these posture movements, to get the best results and lasting results, you not only have to exercise, but you have to start trying to maintain good posture habits as well when you sit, stand, and exercise to help support the changes that the workout can make. Up next, I'll give you a review list of the 11 stretches and 10 posture movements included in Workout 2. For step-by-step instructions, variations, and alternatives for these exercises, make sure to watch Part 2 of the Fall Prevention Exercise Library. Welcome to Workout 3, your balance and agility workout for fall prevention. To get the most out of your balance and agility exercises, similar to the strength exercises in Workout 1, you need to challenge yourself as you move on to continue to improve. So if you're standing on one leg for balance, try to increase the amount of time that you can hold in place each workout, even if it's just a couple of seconds. And for your moving exercises like the heel walk and the agility and lateral walks, to keep improving, instead of doing the same distance each time, try to find a distance that challenges you and then try to increase it as you get stronger. To get the best results from Workout 3, just like with the strength exercises, try doing 2 sets of each exercise, challenging yourself the whole time before moving on to the next one. If you're doing an exercise like the single leg stand, where you're using one leg at a time, try testing yourself at least twice on each leg before moving on. Up next, I'll give you a review list of the 10 balance and agility exercises included in Workout 3. For step-by-step instructions, variations, alternatives, and challenges for each of these movements, make sure to watch Part 3 of the Fall Prevention Exercise Library.